Hello, my fellow Earth Angels. Welcome back for another lesson. If this is your first time here, I'm Taylor, and it's good to see you. You want to learn something, bring it all in. Today's lesson is that you need to stop cursing. I know, especially this time in time, everyone uses profanities and vulgarity so regularly. You would think that is like the status quo and that's how things should be. I'm here to tell you it's not. And this is coming from somebody that literally used to have a potty mouth. You can literally go watch my vlogs from college, which are still up. Not because I want them up, because I actually want to delete them. I don't want anyone to see them. I don't think it's a good representation of who I am today. But for that exact reason is why I leave them up. I think the Lord wants to use that to show somebody that it's very possible to transform and reform your life. Like, I've come a very long way. So if you do take a look back at my past and see those vlogs and you see how I be talking, please don't think you could come at me with the nonsense. Because listen, I've already repented for my vulgarities and I don't live that way anymore. I actually do not curse at all. And I don't like to use vulgarity or anything like that. I like to speak very consistently, which means I want to be able to say whatever I want to say at home, at work, in the church, and wherever I am. I want to be able to be consistent. So I tailored my communication appropriately. All right. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but then I started going on a tangent and then I kind of forgot. Yeah, I think I spoke about, the vlogs. I was out there talking crazy in the vlogs. Had the nerve to put it on the internet. Oh, man. But let that be your fuel that you can change too. I was saying that I don't curse at all. I don't listen to music with profanity. So music that's cursing is not on my phone and I don't like to listen to it. Like if I'm near somebody and they insist on listening to music out loud that does have profanities in it, I typically ask them to put headphones in or to turn it off altogether. And if they want to do neither of the two, I remove myself. You know what was such a freeing thought that I had seen such a long time ago? I did not coin this, but once I saw it, it really just released me in a way that I didn't even know I needed. But it was saying you could literally leave. Like, you don't have to stay anywhere you don't want to. And I was like, yeah, actually, I don't have to stick around for this. I do not have to be here. I do not have to stay in this conversation. I do not have to be a part of this. Like, actually, I can remove myself completely. Man, the world didn't want me to know that, because it's like something so simple, but to hear it and be like, hold on, actually, I don't have to engage in this interaction. Actually, I don't have to show up there. I don't have to do anything. So yeah, once that was unlocked in my head, man, it was go time. Because when I be around people, if they're not doing things that I perceive as fun, because everyone has their own measure of fun. A lot of people my age think fun is going to the club every weekend, buying a bottle that is overpriced, getting super drunk, making poor decisions, regretting it the next day, and saying, when we outside again. Like, to a lot of people, they think that's fun. At one point in my life, I thought that was fun. But it's not. It's not. Like, I've lived that life, and I'm like telling you, literally when I was living that life, I was really just trying to like go with the crowd. I didn't know who I was. So it was very easy for me to just follow the examples I was seeing, and everyone was doing that. Everyone was living that life. I thought something was wrong with me that I didn't want to live that life. So literally I would just follow blindly. And now at my big old age of 28, I look back on those vlogs and I'm like, cringe. I look back in my mind to some decisions I made from the choices I made, and I'm like, ugh. Wish I didn't. So I'm here to tell you that doesn't have to be you. You don't have to live with certain regrets. I went off on a tangent because that's not even what today's video is about, but I had to get that off. I want y'all to stop cursing. I want y'all to start cursing because I want to promote the message that you need to be intentional with your words. I cannot stress that enough. Your words create your reality. And your words also attract a certain company. So if you want to be in rooms where people are doing a certain thing and speaking a certain way, you need to speak the way they're speaking. If you want to keep Like, and also, now I'm going off on a different tangent. I feel like people that abuse profanity are compensating for their lack of vocabulary. Like when they have a very limited vocabulary because they haven't picked up a book since they left high school, every other word they're cursing because they don't know no other words. Do yourself a favor and read a book. Do yourself a favor, and as you're scrolling through your phone, follow different pages that are going to expose you to new vocabulary. Every time you come across a word that you don't know, look it up. Read the Bible. There are so many words in this Bible I don't know. Look it up. Words you think you know the definition to, look it up. I bet you don't actually know what you think you know. And that's literally the biggest hindrance to expanding your mind. Thinking you know everything. Thinking you don't have the ability to seek something new and learn something new. Thinking you know everything about everything on a certain topic and you're not even aware that there are different ways and better ways to do what you've been doing. Like, you have to have an open mind. You have to be hungry for knowledge. You got to be attracting the learning. You have to seek the learning. You have to go out of your way to make your brain bigger. But I feel like in this day of age, everyone wants to do things that don't make their brain bigger. And I don't think that's fun. A really big motivator for me when I was like changing my language was literally me wanting to be consistent. And actually, because I'm like in the corporate world, I said, these people be having me messed up, but I can't take it to them the way I would take it to the streets. Like, I can't do that. Even when I was on the streets, I was always the person that I never stop yapping. I'm a yapper. And as soon as you cross me, I'm gonna let you know you just crossed me and I didn't like it, and you're gonna know what I think. Me doing that for literally all my life, I would be around people that would be so upset. Like, come on, you're always trying to get us into a fight. I'm not trying to get into no fights. I'm just holding people accountable and telling it like it is. Very off-putting, very off-putting. Everyone can't do that. By the grace of God, he's always protected me because I've always done that and I've always been safe. So I'm not saying go do what I do because I don't know. I'm not trying to lead you astray. Read the room. Make sure you're safe, but I just always felt safe. I always felt like what I was saying was right. And when it's the truth, because I advocate for the truth, I don't do that lying business. I feel like when you are speaking a truth or something that is going to edify, something that's going to help or improve, I always feel like Jesus is going to protect it. And I think that's why everything I've done, everything I've said in certain scenarios and environments, I genuinely believe that I was able to say the things I was saying and leave the environment in peace without being like harmed. I definitely think is because the Lord was protecting me. Because I speak the truth. I speak the truth. I bring the truth. I'm going to tell you what no one else is going to tell you because they want to people please. I've never cared to people please. Hey, please yourself. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to help you, okay? You're here to help me, and I'm here to help you. I can't help you if I'm smiling in your face and not telling you the truth because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Like, come on, that's not doing nothing for no one. I'd rather be silent than tell you a lie. So if you're ever around me and you ask me something and I give you silence, well, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. But if you don't ask me and you're just talking about something and I don't agree with it, if you didn't ask me, I'm gonna just be quiet. Because as soon as I open my mouth, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think. If you don't want to hear exactly what I think, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You don't have to talk to me. You don't even have to be watching this video if I'm eating you up too bad. Like, I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. I want you to go watch the rest of my lessons. But not at the cost of my own integrity. I'm gonna tell it like it is always. And definitely that on its own has been like a refining journey. Because I used to be very blunt in anything I said. And my dad would always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that's, I think, he originally planted the seed in me that I needed to adapt how I was communicating. Because it wasn't necessarily what I was saying, because what I was saying was always the truth. I've always been a truth teller. Very blunt and blatant truth, which is why they were like, you don't necessarily need to stop what you're saying, but maybe your delivery could be a bit better. I said, how's my delivery gonna be better? That was a process. That did not happen overnight. It's still happening. I'm still working on my communication, and I'm gonna always be working on my communication because I can always improve. But I do know where I am now is a lot I've progressed a lot from where I used to be. Like, I used to be very blunt. Like, I would just tell it like it is and have no compassion for how someone might receive it. Now I try to be very compassionate. I try to deliver messages with tact, but I don't do that filler fluff nonsense. I'm very direct. I cannot stand wasted words. I hate small talk. I hate beating around the bush. I don't got no time for that. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna tell you direct. I might prepare you for it. I might ask you if you even want to hear it before I start cooking. It depends on your relationship to me. The people closest to me, I'm not asking for your approval, to tell you the truth. People not so close to me or friends, I'll probably ask, do you want to know what I think, or do you want me to just listen? Because I don't mind just being quiet and listening and thinking my thoughts. But as soon as I have to provide input, it's going to be what I genuinely believe. I cannot fake the funk. And that's not what I'm ever trying to do. But yeah, along that journey, a large part of me being able to refine my communication was enhancing my vocabulary. And there are just so many words in this world, I just can't get enough. I can't get enough. There's always going to be a new word to learn. There's so many words to describe so many things that we didn't think there would be a word for. Like, there's words for processes, there's different words for emotions. I love the emotion wheel. I think the best thing you could do for yourself is look up the emotional wheel on Google, or you can look up the emotion sensation wheel on Google, and it's going to show you those core emotions that everyone's aware of, like happy, sad, angry. It gives you those, but then from there it branches off more and gives you a bunch of words that describe the same emotion but in more detail in each of those categories. I love that emotion wheel. That has really helped me connect with myself, because not only am I able to name my emotion, I can get very specific, because like there's different levels of happy, there's different levels of mad, there's different levels of sad. And when you're able to really describe how you are feeling, it's a game changer. You don't have to use these blanketed words. And I think what set me on that trigger, well, I went to a therapy session and she introduced me to that, and then I ran with it. But then on top of that, I also had an experience, kind of lost my train of thought real quick. I think I had seen something that was talking about how anger is a secondary emotion, which means you can immediately feel angry and you think, oh, I'm angry right now. Whole time you're not actually angry. You actually, it's showing up because you can't describe how you're actually feeling. Like, you might be feeling jealous. You might be feeling sad. You might be feeling, what's another word? Let me actually just pull up the wheel so I can give some good examples, because I do love that emotion wheel. I can't stress it enough. Oh, look at that. Easy. Yes. Okay. If you're feeling angry, you actually might be feeling annoyed. You might be feeling jealous. You might be feeling ridiculed or disrespected. You might be feeling bitter. You might be feeling let down. You might be feeling critical or skeptical or something. Like, those are all emotions under anger. And you don't have to say I'm angry right now. You can say I'm feeling jealous because X, Y, and Z. And allow yourself to be a human, because you're a human. Don't feel like you have to look a certain way. Like, honor your emotions, name them, and get through them. The best way to get through them is to identify them and then work through them. That's how we get better. Another one, people are so quick to say, like, yeah, I'm happy, but what about happy? Like, you can describe yourself as, oh, I'm feeling very confident right now. I'm feeling very playful right now. I'm feeling very peaceful right now. I'm feeling very loving right now. I'm feeling very thankful right now. I'm feeling very hopeful right now. This is some good stuff. If you're feeling fearful, you might not be feeling fearful. You might be saying, I'm just feeling a little insecure right now. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now. I'm feeling a little bit inadequate right now. I'm feeling a little nervous right now. Like, expand your vocabulary so you can describe how you are feeling, so you can communicate in detail what is really going on with you. And when you can communicate that to yourself, first of all, your confidence is going to go up, because you're learning how to express yourself, and that is just going to carry in a bunch of other areas in your life. So yeah, that's a good starting point for sure. Looking up words as you come across them and you don't know, if you don't have time to look them up right there, Make a list. Open the notes app in your list. I literally have in my phone, I have a note in my phone, and these are all just words that I collect, that I come across and I don't know. And I have every intention of looking up all these words. You see how many words I need to look up? I got bigger ideas for that though. But there's just so many words that can describe things. Enhancing your vocabulary gives you the ability to stop cursing every 5 seconds. And when you're cursing and using profanity, you have, I don't want to say you have to care what people think about you, but you have to, at some level, be conscious of how you're portraying yourself. And if you're somebody that is saying a bunch of curses, people are going to perceive that you are less intelligent than you probably are, because you're not gonna go into like, you're just not gonna go into like big meetings, life-changing meetings, speaking that way and think you're gonna get a good outcome, unless you like own the company. And chances are you weren't speaking the way you was speaking all the way up to that journey. Like, come on, you got to play the game. And I think a good way to play the game and honor yourself is to just alter your communication, because we are not meant to be saying all of these profanities. We're not. And you can trust me, because I've been there. And if I can save myself, well, I can't save myself, Jesus saved me. But if I can change, if I can actively work on that and actually change, couldn't tell you the last time a curse left my lips. Had to be over a year ago. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. I think now would be a good time to talk about what Bible verse backs up what I'm saying. I'm so glad you asked. Join me, friends. Join me, Earth Angels, in Ephesians chapter 4. And we are on verse 29. No foul language should come from your mouth, but only what is good for building up someone in need, so that it gives grace to those who hear. Let me go back to my phone. I had some notes that I wanted to talk about. This verse is saying no foul language should come from your mouth. The Bible is directing you to have a clean mouth. Why? Why does the Bible care so much about what's coming out of our mouth? Because it sets the tone, and it also solidifies like your destiny. You have to speak good things to attract good things. You have to speak life into other people to even be an energetic match for good things. If you go around speaking in a way that puts people down or doesn't raise their vibrations or is really just not beneficial, like what are you going to receive? Like, you're only going to receive the match for what you're putting out. We have to think about that. We have to do some more forward thinking. Well, I'm going to have a video about that some other time, so I'm not going to go too deep into that, but we have to do some forward thinking. We have to think about the impact of our words, and we want to leave positive impacts all over the place. We don't want people to think of us and think we have a dirty, filthy potty mouth and they can't take us to certain environments because we're going to embarrass them because we don't know how to speak. And come on, have some self-control. Going back to the verse. But only that is good for building up someone in need, so that it gives grace to others that hear. Do you know what grace means? Grace means, like, I have my notes here. Grace means kindness, a gift, favor, right? So that means if we want to use our words to give grace to others, that means our words to other people are a gift. Would you want a bad gift? Bad words are bad gifts. Good words are good gifts. Bad words are bad blessings. It got Satan all over it. Good words are good blessings. Jesus is all up in it. Yes, I would not lead you astray, my friends. I will not lead you astray. Use your words to speak blessings. Use your words to claim blessings. Use your words to bring favor into your life and the person you're speaking to. Everyone has a choice every time they open their mouth to say something that's either going to make things better, keep them the same, or make them worse. And I think in a world where we got enough bad stuff, if we could do just this little thing to make it a little bit better, just a little bit, I think you should do this. This is a very easy thing to do. How are you going to stop cursing? Stop listening to things that are cursing. If you're listening to things that are full of profanities, that's going to be playing in your subconscious mind, and it's going to just keep coming out naturally. You have to flood your mind with the type of things that you want to say, the type of things you want to do. You have to flood your subconscious with who you want to be so that you can start moving. You're not going to keep consuming bad content. Like, you're not going to keep watching, like, let me tell you, because I used to really like Power, and I really liked Real Housewives of Potomac. What else did I really like? I liked, I don't know, let's leave it at those two. I really like those shows, full of profanities, full of gossip, full of blasphemy, full of nothing that's actually edifying anything. And you know what? I would watch that, and then when I would go live my life, I'm attracting more things like the things that I'm watching, because those are the things I find familiar. So I'm attracting more of the same stuff. I'm multiplying bad stuff just off of what I'm watching, right? Just off of what I'm listening to. That stuff plays in your mind, and then you go out and live your life from the lens of what you've been consuming. When I switched, I only listen to music that uplifts me, that speaks life into me. I only try to watch things that do the same thing. I can't say, I don't want to be a hypocrite or make it seem like I watch everything 100% clean. When it comes to like shows and movies and stuff, that is a bit harder, because sometimes the curses, they're dropped in there. But I definitely try to keep it to a minimum. If I'm watching a show where I'm noticing that a lot of that's going on, I don't finish the show. Great example, I had started watching Tyler Perry's Beauty and the Black on Netflix. I was loving that show. I never finished it. I got up to an episode where I forgot the guy's name. The old guy that was gay, but he didn't want his family to know he's gay, so that girl was helping him out. It came to a scene where he was speaking, and I just felt immense darkness. Like, I was in my apartment. I think I was on my couch watching this show, and I'm just seeing how he's talking and the way the scene was, and I felt it. If that was their goal, to make the consumer feel it, they goal met. Mission complete, because I felt it. I turned the show off and never revisited it. For fake. When I went back home, my mom still watches that show, and she had it on, and I was interested, like, what was going on in the show? But I never watched it on my own ever again, because it just felt very dark. I didn't want that living inside of me. I didn't want that multiplying in me, so I cut that out. My music library, very clean. Very easy to control my music library. I hear a curse, get it out of there. I've had moments where I was like, but I love this song, trying to like bargain with myself. And I had to say, this song is not the end all be all. If I like this song, there's another song I'm gonna like 10 times more. Once I released my attachment to certain music and opened my mind to the possibility of different things, I started receiving different things much better than I could have ever imagined. Like, the music, the modern Christian music is some good music, okay? There are good shows, and they're pumping out more faith-inspired shows left and right. Like, I watched Ruth and Boaz on Netflix, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I just finished watching House of David on Prime, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I hear The Chosen's really good, but I haven't watched that yet. But they're pumping out faith-based shows that are actually good. The faith-based music, really good. So, like, you don't have to sacrifice quality content just because you want to live a better life. Just open your mind to the possibility that something different could be good and serve you just as well, if not better, and it will serve you better. So, I've been yapping for a bit. I might have beat this point into the ground. I might have ate y'all up a little too much, but I want y'all to know I'm eating y'all up with love. As much as I'm eating y'all up, I had to eat myself up behind the scenes. In the process of doing this stuff, I had to purge my music library. I had to be intentionally mindful of what I was consuming on TikTok, on Instagram, on Netflix, on whatever I was watching. I have to be intentional about those things. Like, I don't know where it is in the Bible, but somewhere in the Bible, Jesus talks about how your eyes are the lamp of the body. So if you feed your eyes good things, your body's gonna be good, but if, like, healthy. But if you feed your eyes bad things, your body's going to be unhealthy. So just be mindful of what you're consuming. And I didn't necessarily say it about the ears, but there's multiple verses in scripture that talk about being mindful of your speech. Girl, my camera died. We're back. So I can give you these scriptures before I let you go, before class is dismissed. So we already read the Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29, but just a few more things to set it off the top. James chapter 3, verse 9. Out of the same mouth come blessing and cursing. I'm gonna just read that part. Literally, your words direct your future. So be intentional. Think about where you want to be, how you want to get there, and start moving like that now. I think a big misconception is that you can change who you are once you get to where you want to go, but you're not going to get to where you want to go until you become the type of person that could get there, okay? And I definitely think a large part of being able to get anywhere in life is being able to communicate appropriately, okay? I want to see y'all stop cursing so much. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 24. Put away from you a deceitful mouth and put perverse lips far from you. Should we look up some words? Put away from you a deceitful mouth. Deceitful, it means a dishonest or fraudulent or guilty mouth. You don't want a guilty mouth. If you're saying something you can't say in church, you probably feel some guilt, because why can't you speak the same way? And put perverse lips far from you. What does perverse mean? Let's look it up. Real-time definitions. Illogical, awkward, perverse. You're showing a deliberate or obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable. So put unacceptable words far from your lips. Don't say things that you shouldn't be saying. Guide your lips. Like, if it helps, think of Jesus is always with you. The Lord is always with you. The Lord dwells within you. So if you just become hyper aware that Jesus is always with you, I think you'll change your mind. Your words naturally. Because I don't want to say anything in front of my father that he wouldn't be too proud of. Come on, big guy. Come on. So yes, just some things to consider. I hope I did not eat y'all up too much, because I promise it's coming from love, and I would not ask y'all to do anything I have not done for myself or something that I'm not working on myself. It's a journey, not a destination. So don't get upset with yourself if you decide I'm going to change my words and you slip up tomorrow, especially if you're in the same environment. Give yourself time to become someone you've never been, okay? Give yourself time to adapt, and give the people around you time to adapt. But if you see you're trying to go in a new direction that would be better for you, and the people around you are trying to weigh you down or block your blessings or keep you in the same place, you might have to purge them too. Get comfortable snipping people off, okay? Because our souls are on the line, all right? And would you want to be denied from the gates of heaven simply because you can't change your words? Where is it? Jesus in Matthew chapter 12, verse 36 says, everyone will have to give an account on the day of judgment for every empty word they have spoken. Jesus just dropped the mic on this video. That's enough. If we're going to have to account for everything we've said, everything that we've let come out of our lips, we all need to do some repenting. Absolutely. And keep on repenting. But change your ways going forward. You can't do anything about how you acted in the past except repent. So that's a good starting point. And then you can change your mindset about how you are going to show up in the world from this point forward. You are absolutely capable of making this change. Don't allow anyone to keep you in the small lane that you was in before. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to improve. And if people don't want to grow with you, they gotta get from around you, okay? Because we trying to live better, okay? All right. I love y'all. I hope you come back for tomorrow's lesson. And are y'all on my Etsy shop? Are y'all buying things off my Etsy shop? You know the link is in the description. You know the link's in the description. You know I would not lead you astray. I need y'all to support my Etsy shop. Thank you. Thanks for coming to my Tay Talk. Bye. I know you need a calendar for 2026, and I'm going to tell you why you should buy mine. I know you want to grow your life. I know you want to grow your walk with the Lord. I know you want to become a better you. This calendar is geared towards all of those goals I know you have. In this calendar, I have a Proverbs verse at the top of each month, related affirmations that apply to the Proverbs verse, and a reflection question aimed to gear your inner growth. It's also accompanied by a picture that I took myself by the grace of God. I have a hot girl dog, and we would go on hot girl walks, and I would take pictures all the time. And then one day the Lord said, go ahead and put it in the calendar. So I went ahead and put it in the calendar. And this is it! And I really hope you consider buying it. Like I said, it's really geared towards those that are interested in growing their walk with the Lord, and also just doing some inner healing, inner reflection, and self-development. It's really like a self-improvement motivational type of calendar. So it includes it includes a Proverbs verse at the top of each month to help you know what the word says and help guide your decisions throughout the day. But it also gives you affirmations to help you remind yourself that you are made in the Lord's image and you are capable of all of these great things. And then there's a reflection question at the end, because sometimes we have to ask ourselves some hard questions so that we can get to the growth. So there you have it. I hope you're interested, and if you are, you can find the link in my description. I hope to see a purchase from you. Thank you for listening. Bye.